we're gonna be turning the entire cast of K-pop Demon Hunters into animals. This is how the process works. We take a character, we list out their 3 key attributes and key colors. And using those 3 attributes and key colors, our art robot Craig will turn that character into an animal. Let's start with Jinu. Okay, Craig, what are Jinu's key attributes and key colors? His first attribute is charming. His second is confident. His third is ambitious. His first key color is black. His second is white. And his third is blue. Okay, Craig, now that we have his key attributes and key colors, let's see Jinu as an animal. A Black Panther. Wow, that's awesome. This looks really cool. I think a Black Panther fits his character perfectly because he's got that like cool, mysterious vibe to him still, and he just looks really, really cool as a panther. I really like this one. Craig kept his key colors because panthers are black, so obviously that one really works out, and I just say he did a really good job with this one. Okay, Craig, show us why you chose a Black Panther for Jinu.
I chose a Black Panther for Jinu because it perfectly fits who he is, even in animal form. Jinu has always been magnetic on stage, and as a panther, he carries that same sleek, charming energy that makes people stop and stare. His confident poise shows up in the way panthers move, strong, deliberate, every step like it's meant to be there. And just like Jinu's ambition in the movie, a panther never gives up on the hunt. Even in this form, you can tell Jinu was born to lead.
I think Craig did a really good job picking a panther for Jinu's character because it has the same sort of attributes that he does. It's very sleek, put together, and mysterious, like cool guy vibes. So I'd say Craig did a really good job with that one. I'm gonna give this one a 7.5. It was pretty good. Moving on to the next character, which is Romance. Okay, Craig, what are Romance's key attributes and colors? His first attribute is showy, his second is stylish, and his third is bold. His first key color is yellow, his second is blue, and his third is pink. Craig, using these key attributes and colors, turn Romance into an animal. Okay, wow, I was totally not expecting a flamingo. I will have to say that I think he looks good as a flamingo because he's wearing all these bright colors and they all look really good together. I love the purple hair and the pink feathers and the yellow. He looks really good as a flamingo. Craig, why did you choose a flamingo for Romance?
I chose a flamingo for Romance because it matches the way he's always stood out in K-pop Demon Hunters. On stage, Romance was never the one to fade into the background, and as a flamingo, that showy presence only shines brighter. His vibrant colors reflect the stylish flair he's known for, the same energy he brought to every performance and every daring outfit. And flamingos don't just stand, they carry themselves tall and unafraid, just like Romance when he steps into the spotlight with bold confidence. Even in this form, you can see he was born to be seen, and he knows exactly how to own the moment.
I'd say that makes a little more sense as to why Romance is a flamingo as an animal because they are very showy creatures and they can be very romantic, which fits with his name. So I'd say that Craig did a pretty good job with this one as well. I don't quite like this one as much as I liked Jinu's, so I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. Moving on to the next character, which is Celine. Okay, Craig, what are Celine's key attributes and colors? Her first attribute is smart, her second is caring, and her third is strong-willed. Her first key color is white, her second is black, and her third is orange. Okay, Craig, using these key attributes and colors, turn Celine into an animal. Okay, wow, a raven. She looks really, really cool as a raven. I will give her that. The only thing I'm missing are like colors. I wish there were a little more colors to her character as an animal, but I'd say she looks pretty cool. Craig, why did you choose a raven for Celine?
I chose the raven for Celine because it reflects the side of her we've already seen in K-pop Monster Hunters. She's the one whose clever mind always seemed to find a way forward. As a raven, that intelligence shows in every sharp look and every calculated movement. But Celine isn't only smart, she's caring. Ravens are known to watch over and protect, and that same spirit comes through here, just like when she guided the team through their toughest battles.
I'd say that makes a lot more sense now. In the movie, she actually didn't wear a whole lot of colors, so this works really well for her character, and ravens are actually pretty similar to a lot of the character attributes that she has. However, ravens are more known as like a bad guy type of bird, so it wasn't my favorite. So for this one, I'm sorry Craig, but I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Moving on to the next character, Bobby. Craig, what are Bobby's 3 key attributes and colors? His first key attribute is helpful, his second is neat, and his third is hardworking. His first key color is blue, his second is white, and his third is black. Okay, Craig, using all these attributes and colors, let's see Bobby as an animal. Okay, a squirrel for Bobby is actually hilarious. First of all, he looks very gray and just like dark, whereas his character in the movie is more goofy and bubbly. I'm not a huge fan of him being a black squirrel. Maybe like a red squirrel or a brown squirrel would have been better, but I'd say he still looks pretty cool. Okay, Craig, why did you choose a squirrel for the character Bobby?
I chose the squirrel for Bobby because it connects perfectly with the role he plays in K-pop Monster Hunters. As the manager of Hunter X, Bobby was always the one working behind the scenes, making sure everything was prepared and nothing slipped through the cracks. Squirrels spend their days gathering and organizing, and you can see that same hard-working rhythm in Bobby, always moving, always planning. But it's not just about order. Squirrels are neat and careful, building safe spaces and keeping things under control, which mirrors how Bobby keeps the group steady even when chaos is all around. And most of all, squirrels look after their own by sharing what they've stored, just like Bobby helps the team feel supported and ready for whatever comes next.
Yeah, I'd say this is pretty accurate for the most part. Squirrels are hardworking and neat and organized, so it makes sense that he's a squirrel. Okay, for this one, I'm gonna give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. Now let's move on to one of the best characters in the movie, Mira. Okay, Craig, tell me Mira's top 3 attributes and colors. Her first key attribute is tough, her second is protective, and her third is determined. Her key colors are yellow, blue, and pink. Alright, Craig, with these key attributes and colors, turn Mira into an animal. A dash hound for Mira. That's a little surprising, but it actually kind of works. I think she looks really cool. Like, she still looks really cool like her character in the movie. She's got the sword, she's got the long hair, she's got the long boots and the cool outfit. Like, I'd say she looks like her character in the movie, but as a dash hound, so it's pretty accurate in my opinion. Surprisingly, it's working for her. Craig, explain to us why you chose a dash hound for Mira.
I chose the dachshund for Mira because it perfectly captures her spirit in K-pop Monster Hunters. She may be small, but like a dachshund, she's tough and never backs down from a fight. That determination was always part of who Mira was, standing strong even when the odds looked impossible. Dachshunds are also known for being protective, and that matches her role as the one who guards and defends the people she cares about most. And finally, her determined willpower shines through here too. Dachshunds never quit once they set their minds, and neither does Mira.
I'd say Craig did a really good job with this one because even though it's surprising that Mira is a dash hound, I'd say Craig made a pretty good choice because even though they're small, they're still tough and really protective of their people, just like Mira. I like this one a lot, so she's gonna get an 8.5 out of 10. The next character is another Saja Boy, Mystery. Alright Craig, show me Mystery's top 3 key attributes and colors. His first key attribute is quiet, his second is unnoticed, and his third is follower. His first key color is purple, his second is yellow, and his third is blue. Alright Craig, with all of these key attributes and colors, turn Mystery into an animal. Okay, wow, I was not expecting a pigeon, but it kind of works for him as well. He still has the same outfit on, so that works. This is just surprising. I'm excited to see why Craig chose him as a pigeon. Craig, why did you choose a pigeon for Mystery?
I chose the pigeon for the Mystery Saja Boy because it fits the way he's always been in K-pop Monster Hunters. Pigeons blend into the city, often overlooked, just like his quiet, unnoticed nature in the group. He's not the one chasing the spotlight, instead staying low-key, moving with the team. Pigeons are flock animals, and that reflects his role as a follower, letting others lead while he stays in the background. But pigeons also carry a quiet mystery, and that's him too. Even in this form, he keeps you guessing, his identity hidden but impossible to ignore.
That makes a lot more sense why Craig chose a pigeon for Mystery. He has a lot of the same characteristics as a pigeon does, which is like following its group and being quiet and unnoticed. Overall, I'd say you did a pretty good job. It's just not my favorite, so I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10. Next up is another Saja Boy, Abby. Okay, Craig, what are Abby's 3 key attributes and key colors? His first key attribute is strong, his second is noisy, and his third is faithful. His first key color is yellow, his second is pink, and his third is blue. Okay, Craig, with all of these attributes and colors, turn Abby into an animal. Wow, a wolf. I think this is actually so perfect and accurate for Abby because he still really looks cool and tough, and I just think it fits his character so well. I also love that he has pink fur. That is really funny, but I'd say this works really, really well for Abby's character. Why did you choose a wolf for Abby?
I chose the wolf for Abby because it matches the energy he brought in K-pop Monster Hunters. Wolves are powerful hunters, and that strength reflects Abs' role as the muscle of the group, the one who could always hold his ground. Wolves also howl loud to communicate, just like Abs, whose big personality and noisy spirit kept the team's energy high. And most of all, wolves are loyal to their pack. That's Abs through and through, faithful, dependable, the kind of teammate who never walks away.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. A wolf for Abby just fits his character really well with all of the same attributes, being strong, being a good hunter, and being very faithful to his community. I think it really works for him, and I actually really like this. This is probably one of the best ones yet, so I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Moving on to the next character, Baby Saja. Alright, Craig, show me Baby Saja's 3 key attributes and colors. His first key attribute is playful, his second is excited, his third is cheerful. His first key color is pink, his second is purple, and his third is yellow. Craig, with all of these key attributes and colors, turn Baby Saja into an animal. Okay, a parrot for Baby is actually perfect because they are so playful and energetic and just so fun to be around, and I think that really fits Baby's character. So Craig did a pretty good job with this one. Craig, why did you choose a parrot for Baby?
I chose the parrot for Baby Saja because it matches his bright energy in K-pop Demon Hunters. Parrots are playful mimics, and that's Baby, always joking around, bringing laughter wherever he goes. They're bursting with energy, just like him, bouncing from one moment to the next with excitement that never slows down. And parrots brighten any room with their colors and sounds, the same way Baby's cheerful spirit lifted the group through every challenge.
Okay, I would agree with that. Parrots are really excited and cheerful and fun to be around. Just like Baby Saja, he has the same attributes as him, so it really works out that he's a parrot. This one was actually pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. Moving on to another one of the best characters in the movie, Zoey. Craig, what are Zoey's 3 key attributes and colors? Her first key attribute is bubbly, her second is playful, and her third is supportive. Her first key color is purple, her second is yellow, and her third is blue. Craig, using all these key attributes and colors, turn Zoey into an animal. Okay, a cat looks super cool being Zoey's character. She just looks so sleek and mysterious and really, really put together and cool. I really like this one. I think it fits her character pretty well. I love the weapons that she has in her hands or whatever those are, and then her long tail. She just looks really cool as a cat. I like it. Craig, why did you choose the cat for Zoey?
I chose the cat for Zoey because it reflects who she was in K-pop Monster Hunters. Cats are curious and fun, just like her bubbly energy that always kept the mood light. They love to play, and that mirrors Zoey's playful spirit, turning even tough moments into something brighter. And cats are affectionate companions, which captures her supportive role, the friend who was always there when her team needed her most.
I will be honest, I think if Craig wanted to show her bubbly and playful side, maybe he should have chosen a more colorful cat, but overall, I'd say their attributes do match, so I'm gonna say this one's pretty good. However, since Craig did get the colors a little bit wrong, I'm gonna give this one a 6.5 out of 10. Also, real quick, the movie K-pop Demon Hunters actually misuses the word demon, since according to scripture, demons are fallen angels, not humans. So it is more accurate to refer to these creatures as monsters. Also, the monsters are clearly villains, not misunderstood or blurred characters, because the Bible calls us to distinguish clearly between good and evil, which it talks about in Isaiah 5:20. Still, there are good parts about the movie, such as good overcoming evil. The movie's not perfect, but I think it would be good for us to put a positive spin on it today. Now, moving on to the absolute best character of the movie, Rumi. Alright, Craig, what are Rumi's key attributes and key colors? Her first key attribute is confident, her second is strong, and her third is proud. Her first key color is yellow, her second is purple, and her third is white. Craig, with all of these key attributes and colors, turn Rumi into an animal. Oh my gosh, it's a fox. That is actually my favorite animal, so I might be biased when I say that this is probably my favorite animal transformation of the day. She looks really cool with her being purple and her long braid, and she has really cool looking boots and a sword. I'd say this one is like just so perfect for Rumi's character, so Craig did an outstanding job. Craig, show us why you chose a fox for Rumi.
I chose the fox for Rumi because it captures the way she led in K-pop Monster Hunters. Foxes are clever and self-assured, just like her confident presence that guided the group forward. They're agile hunters, and that reflects her strength, always moving with speed and precision when the fight demanded it. And foxes carry themselves with elegance, mirroring the proud spirit that defined her on stage and in battle. As a fox, Rumi stands out as the leader.
Okay, once again, I really agree with Craig on choosing a fox for Rumi because all of the same attributes carry over from Rumi to a fox. Like, they're very strong and clever and they carry themselves very proudly. So I'd say Craig did a phenomenal job with this one. So rating it from 1 to 10, this one definitely deserves a 10 out of 10.